Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Katie for those who have for some reason forgotten, and this is Books R Us. So you can tell that I'm in a slightly different place today and with a different camera. I actually just built and finished building like a minute ago this bookshelf here. So today I'm actually going to be reorganizing some of my shelves, basically just moving them over. This is my fiction shelf, and then I have a nonfiction shelf here. Let me get you a better view of this. So this is my fiction here. Basically how I have it organized right now is by alphabetical order. And then all of the piles are basically ones that I haven't read yet and I want to get to first. Once I've read it, I would put it back on the shelf. So I would take this book, for example, put it up like this, put it into the shelf, and then take out another one that I haven't read yet. But it's getting a little unruly right now, hence why I have this one. So I'm gonna be moving that today, but let me show you my other shelf. This is my other shelf I have right now. And this is all of my nonfiction. So on the top I have all of my cookbooks and recipe type books. Down here on this one I have all of my anthologies, most of my anthologies. Down here I have all of my Tolkien stuff that is nonfiction. So I have, if you can't tell over here, over there is all of my Middle-earth books that's fiction. Over here it's all like how Tolkien made the stuff, and then I go into mythology and classics that you can't see right now. So I have, the Iliad, and Arabian Nights, the Merlin book, 2 Merlin books actually, Grimm, that kind of stuff. Down here I have all of my nonfiction, so Castles, Rome, World War II, and New York City. And then over here I have basically everything else that I couldn't fit anywhere else. So over here you can see that it's all of my LGBT books, and then my sign language book that I'm still working on. I kind of know the alphabet, but then I have I Am Malala, Quiet, and then Girls Resist, that is a preview. So that's kind of what I have right now. I'm going to be switching cameras and showing you kind of what my process will be for moving all of this over. I'm planning on keeping the same organization for nonfiction at this point, just alphabetical by last name.
Hey, editor Katie here. I meant fiction, not nonfiction.
Let's go. Doesn't help that I have to move like all of these books off so that I can move the shelf over so that I can then move this into the correct place. So yeah, this will be fun. It'll also be nice to see what books I actually have, because sometimes I forget. I went to the Morgan Library a few weeks back in New York City, and they had a Tolkien exhibit, and I just got these two. So I'm really interested to see what these are about. I mean, they're Middle-earth books, but I'm kind of a big fan of Lord of the Rings. If you can't tell by like the 15 books I have on Lord of the Rings. Wait, let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 exactly, plus all of the nonfiction I have about Tolkien and all of that. I have yet to read this book, Reaper at the Gates. This was one of the series that I want to finish this year because I believe the series is wrapping up this year. So I kind of want to finish this. I read the first 2. I haven't read this one yet, though. Oh, I have really good lighting right here. I should be doing more videos here. So if you can't tell, this next shelf is primarily Rick Riordan. Let me see, there we go. Primarily Rick Riordan that I need to read most of yet. I read Percy Jackson and Heroes. I have yet to finish Magnus Chase and start Apollo. So I guess that's pretty good. I read this last year before my book channel, but this one was a really good book. It's a urban, no, not, I mean, it is urban fantasy, but it's steampunk. There we go. It's a steampunk New York City. Endless Chase. Polo. Heroes. And Percy. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can just take down these piles and then move it. So I don't have to take down every single book because that might take a while. As you can tell on this shelf, it's primarily Throne of Glass series. That again is one of the series I need to finish this year. Now I will say I just saw this one. I read the first two A Wrinkle in Time. I haven't read the third one, and this is the first three. Hence why I have this one. Plus it looks really nice. But I have the last two here because there's 5. There we go. There's 5 in a series, so I need to finish those. Let me move that camera up because it's a little far away right now. Hopefully that works. Step over these. Somewhat, maybe. There we go. Now, as you can see, I have the the Shadow and Bone trilogy right here. I read, let me show you, Six of Crows duology back in January with a friend because I'm buddy reading some books with a friend right now. And I liked it so much that I got the trilogy, Grisha trilogy, but I haven't read it yet. No, that's not moving. Probably because of all of these hardcovers on this shelf. So let's take all of these off. Woohoo! So many books. Was this I got when I got on the book? No. Okay, never mind. I thought I had gotten this one in a box. I don't think so. And I was going to be mad that they kind of messed up the top there, but I don't think it came from a box. I will say, you saw a lot of those piles. I didn't actually have those piles about a year ago when I first moved in. And you can kind of tell because these books here, the Summoner series, these used to be these used to be right here, and Mary Lou used to be up here. So I've gotten a lot of books since then. I got a gift card from my parents for Barnes & Noble, so that didn't help at all. Lost Kingdom of the Mare, I think this was for, I read this for Book-to-a-thon last year. I might have to take down another shelf. Gosh. Chronicles of Narnia, woo! Love this book. This has the movie on it on the top, front. Should also be good for, there's a challenge going around about do I have that book. Does this not have the maps? This is the one book that doesn't have the freaking maps. Usually, like the other books, there are freaking maps in this, but apparently there's no map in this, so I'm a little pissed. Dragon Pearl. Dragon Pearl, if I haven't mentioned it, is really good. It's by Yoon-Ha Lee and under Rick Riordan Presents. So think Korean mythology in space. So I haven't read it yet. My sister got me this book for Christmas. It's a Egyptian book. Again, some mythology stuff. I don't know where she got it. I think she got it when she was abroad, but I'm not 100% sure. Laura, if you're watching this, please comment below where you were when you got me this, because I really want to know. So you can tell some of these are from library book sales, because there's that cross-off sticker there. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. The movie. Saw it first. Mediterranean, this is the 50th edition. 75th anniversary edition. My library was, I read this like 10 plus years ago, but my library was giving away a copy of it. So I'm like, I want this copy, plus it looks really pretty. Funny story about this book. I did this book, which is A Nearer Moon by Melanie Crowder, as a children's book club book last year. I checked it out from the library, returned it, and then a few months later, I got it in a Owl Post box. So I had to laugh at that because I've already read it, but it's It's small and it's nice, and I like the story, so I'm keeping my copy. Okay, let's see if this works. Yay, okay. Make sure it doesn't. So if you can't tell, this is kind of wobbly right now. I'm hoping that with the amount of books I have, it'll stay and not fall over, honestly. Because if you can't tell, there's a doorway right here, and I don't want it so far out that it's blocking the doorway. Yay! Cool. Okay, so let me go around and see how that looks. Okay, so that looks decent. I am going to start putting up books now. Woohoo! At this point, you can see all the piles on my floor right now, and I'm just gonna start putting stuff back. At this point, I'm gonna leave it as last name, author last name, because for me that's easiest. But I'll try, like, I had a bunch of piles before, so now I'm gonna try to kind of space it out a little more. Since I already have this one up, I never took down the shelf. I'm going to start with A and go down. My initial thought was to go from Z through A, but since I already have this, I might as well start with this and go from A down. So let's get started. I don't know where I put all of those. Is that these guys? Yeah, that's these guys. I'd have to put some paper or something underneath this so it doesn't wobble so much. That's actually not a bad idea. Let me do that first. It won't be the most pretty, but it's at the floor level, so hopefully no one will notice it if anyone ever comes over. So I just realized you guys can see my hallway now. Over there. It was either that or the kitchen. I'd rather you guys see the hallway, but it's kind of plain. I might need to put up a picture or something there. Okay, we're gonna leave that like that for now. Hopefully that works. I'm gonna move all of the C's down. Jeez, so packed in here. That's another reason why I wanted to get it because not only was I have stacks of stuff, it was always so really packed. So I wanted some space. So they're not all on top of each other. This was Page Habit. This book was from Page Habit before they went out of business. I don't know. I miss Page Habit. I really liked the boxes. Still have three Dark Crowns in that series. Haven't done that yet. You'll see that I've the majority of these I haven't read yet. And I mentioned that in my 2019 reading goals of the year, is that I want to read more of my books that I actually own rather than getting a lot of them from the library. But I'm still getting a lot of them from the library. They are still on my TBR though, but they're not on my physical TBR. Something else I do, I don't know if you noticed that, is that if there's series by multiple series by the same author, I do the one that's first. So this one, the trilogies before the duology, and with Rick Riordan. Percy Jackson's before Heroes, which is before Apollo type thing. It just helps me keep everything organized. See how that does? I can always change it later. Okay, what is next? Here. I think it's these guys. Did I put stuff over here? Yes. So it's this pile. There's piles everywhere, but I think this one's next. If you don't remember where everything was, oops. This one, Kurt the Iron Moon, this one used to be way over here. So that tells you how many piles I have. Scent stain? What is? I think this was on a book, in a box. I mean, go back and look at all my boxes. Tell me which one it's from. This is really good. A Curse of So Dark and Lonely. I got a arc of this from my library, and I read it a few months prior to when it was released, and I was really happy about it. I mean, I liked it, but there are some other people who didn't like it as much. I feel like I'm missing a pile. Oh, is that the pile? Yes, this is the pile. This is the stack of stuff that needs to go in there somewhere. I think this series is first. I think it's this one and then this one, maybe different series, I'm not sure. I have yet to read this one, which if you can't see is the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, winner of the Hugo Award 2016. This also gives me a really good chance to see like authors and how many authors I have of a certain last name letter, starting with a certain letter. Again, if you don't remember, this is Narnia. This used to be way up here. Yeah. I'm glad I got that other shelf. This other shelf is going to be really useful. Yay, they still fit. Not a lot of room on the shelf, but everything fits. All of my math books fit. And again, this is a Martin book. This used to be up here. This was the end. Like, I was at Z down here. Now I'm only at M. So I'm really glad that I'm doing this. I feel like I'm missing something. Where are all my ends? Ah, here it is. This is another pile, and I need to fit somewhere here. This is a pile of stuff that was in piles originally, so I have to fit it in here. So I haven't read Book of Dust yet, or this one. This was the one that I got in a box, but I had originally gotten as an ARC. So I kept the one in the box because it looks nicer, and there's purple pages. Also paper and fire. There's an N. I knew I was missing the N's. I think this might be my only one. No, I haven't. Naomi Novik book. I haven't read this one yet. The Glittering Cart, or The Last Magician, or A Court of Frost and Starlight. What am I at? PQR. Where are my R's? Well, here's one. I mean, that's an easy one. Start with Percy Jackson. This I got from Scholastic. You can tell here, so they all match 1 through 5, as well as these 3, at least. First 3 in Heroes, all from Scholastic. Is this from Scholastic? No, this one's not from Scholastic. I was in a class in college where we could get books from Scholastic, which was really fun for me because growing up I never had Scholastic, which I was kind of bummed about, when I was going through it, because it was really fun to get books from Scholastic in college. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, okay. Yep, this is it. There's some more R's. It'll be so weird to see all these on a shelf and rather than in piles. And this has been going around the rounds on BookTube. I still haven't read it yet. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I haven't read it yet. Okay, what piles do I have left? Oh, crap. That's what I forgot. I have a whole pile over here that's H's and G's. Those are way over here. No wonder I wasn't playing a lot. So I have to shift all of these again. Oh gosh, because this is a good another half a shelf here. How the heck could I miss that? This is the true test of whether or not these shelves are similar in length, and I don't think they are. I think this one's shorter, so this should be interesting. Plus, I lost the shelf. This is only 1, 2, 3, 4. I have on this one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll see how this goes, because it looks like I'm going to be filling every single shelf on here. Yep, and it's a little shorter because I couldn't fit Game of Thrones on this shelf, but it could fit on this shelf. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave. Don't know what I have of everything, so I'm gonna leave that stuff there. Okay, so I've got a shelf that I can fill with these guys I missed. I thought I had more than one F book. For sure. This, I will say, I got this at BookCon last year, When Elephants Fly by Nancy Richardson Fisher. I think I got this at BookCon last year, and BookCon is in 2 weeks, so I'm really happy about that. It'll be my first BookCon as a booktuber. Okay, Crew, where does this one go? Crew, Crowder, here. And I still have space right here. 4 more books later, because I really need more books, because I still have quite a few books. Actually, I'm gonna leave that for now, and this for now, and then put those guys on and see where I am at the end of that. And then I can see how I can shift that way. That way I kind of know what I'm working with up here. Oh look, I have 2 Grimm books right next to each other. Was not planning that whatsoever. Again, this is stuff like I've seen, but I haven't seen together because a lot of them are in piles in front of stuff. So yeah, this is interesting. I have all these really nice books, except for the ones that have like the sticker on them. But I just haven't read any of them yet, and I kind of feel bad. I'm working through them. You guys know that one of my goals, like I've mentioned before in this video as well as other videos, is to get through more of my physical TBR this year, which I think I'm doing okay on. But of course, I bought a lot of books, so then I need to read more, which, yeah, just then stresses me out. But with the commute I have, I can then read more of them. So, Smith. I think that's my only book with the last name Smith. I could be wrong, because I haven't put up everything yet. But I could be wrong, but I think that's the only one I have with Smith, which is really, really odd. Okay, good. Now I'm on to Tolkien. should be fun. So, let me get these up right again. If you can't tell, I really like this stuff, Lord of the Rings, have for a while now. But basically, I have the Silmarillion, which is general basic history of everything. Then I have the first 5 of the histories of Middle Earth, which is more in depth on stories on the Silmarillion. And then I have these 4 stories here, which are even more in depth on stories that are mentioned in here. In The Hobbit, The War of the Ring, Lord of the Rings. That's all my Lord of the Rings stuff. And I still have quite a few books left. But if I can't fit it, I can shift some stuff over here so it's all together. I can't wait for this to be a movie, honestly. Should be interesting. Should be good. 3 books. I have 3 freaking books left that won't fit in here. So I have to shift everything, which means I have to break up Lord of the Rings, I think. And as you can tell, I'm trying to leave some space. So whenever I do get back into book buying, because I'm a little short on cash right now, I have to pay for other stuff. Once I get back into book buying, I might fill this up. I'm hoping to buy books soon, but that probably won't be happening. But that's not a bad thing, because you saw all of the books that I have yet to read. So sad that I have to break up Lord of the Rings. It was so nice all on that shelf. Oh well, whatever. I'll move it. I have to at this point. Secret History of Elizabeth Tudor, Vampire Slayer. Yay! That should be a really good book. This is my mom's copy, actually, so sorry, Mom. But I have Stuart Little, and I've never read it before, and it's this particular one. It was from when my mom was teaching years and years ago. This text copyright renewed 1973. That's how old this copy is 1973. Okay. I think I'm done. Let's see how this is over here. You guys see that now? Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna go behind the camera because I can see it better. It looks decent, actually. So I really should have taken a picture of all of this before, so I could compare the two. But I am done, as you can see, because I've switched cameras. And I'm just going to kind of show you what happened and the end result here. So on my old shelf, I have all of these. I have actually some space now, so that's nice. I got through MEs, I think. And, well, MERs. The last one in there is Med. And then I go up to here to Meha. And we set the dark on fire. I do have some space here. I had to split up my Lord of the Rings shelf, which I was really pissed at, because I kind of wanted to keep that all together. But you can see that I really needed that because all of these books used to be on the shelf, and they're all cramped, and now I actually have space, as you can tell by that book leaning over. So I'm just gonna spend the rest of the time kind of organizing, well, not organizing, but shifting this stuff, making sure it's all even, that librarian in me, making sure everything's even and straight, and all of that good fun stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this, because I know it's a little long. I don't know the length of it right now, but it will probably be shorter by the time I put it up and edit all of it. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you liked it, again, make sure you subscribe. If you think I should do another one of these, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, everyone.